Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Canada 2019 and we had a good full, well nearly full grid. We missed a few people still, but there were plenty of us sitting there on the grid waiting for the lights to go out. As you'll see, I'm in P5 and I'm just about to make a reasonable start. Ken's on my right, James just up ahead there, and we had Harry and Sam there on the front row. Perez comes around the outside, but note how we've all managed to make it through this bit pretty well unscathed. I'm going to get back past Perez though before he causes me any trouble. I still remember Monaco. Anyway, a bit further around the lap. Ken just lunged in there a little bit late on the brakes, and that loses him some of his wing, which is going to spoil his race somewhat. It's also going to let me attack him. It was only a slight nudge really, but he'd lost enough of the wing to give him massive understeer. As I say, apart from that, we were all pretty well behaved as we went through there. Rob was moving up as well, and as I come out, it's lap 1, so no DRS. It's all a bit tight, but Ken's very polite and lets me go. He hung out for another lap, but that cost him time, and we'll see a bit more of his action later on. Meanwhile, P4, lap 3, I'm after James. There he is, he's just up ahead. Still up ahead, and we're just going to pass Dave. Dave, who it subsequently turned out had his braking assist on, which effectively slowed him down somewhat, and we'll see more of Dave later on, but it's now lap 7, and I'm still more or less the same length behind James as I was some while ago. So a tense race, but we're going to go and get some new tyres in a minute, and that's actually going to be more of a problem for me than I anticipated. Round we go. I come out, I've just changed my tyres, the amount of grip has changed somewhat, and I get a little keen, turn in a little early, too much grass, round we go, into the wall, out. That's the end of me. So I retired. So let's have a look at what else is going on. There's some action going on, as you can see. And there's Harry, no nose. That's a Mercedes with no front wing. Harry made life difficult for himself, as you can see already there. He's somewhat down 16th or so place, so he had to fight his way back up. He did fight his way back up, as we'll find out. In fact, spoiler alert, he made it to the podium. Another great race by Harry in terms of speed, but that cost him. Dave, meanwhile, wrestling his car around, despite being slowed down by the brakes being on rather randomly. He managed to catch up with Sirotkin. Sirotkin had lapped him, which is unfortunate. This meant that Dave had to let him go because he lapped him, but then caught back up again for a bit and started stalking Sirotkin. A little deep in there though, Dave. Dave's race was also compromised by hanging it out on his first set of tyres for an inordinately long time. They were completely gone. He really needed to have been called in by his pits at a much earlier stage. Nevertheless, Dave's continuing round until it all got a bit complicated. Here comes Dave, that's 30. Oh, that's tight, and that's no room at all. Dave's into the wall of the champions. There's a Red Bull, that's Verstappen into him. There's more contact, and a Renault pushing its way through, and there's a Red Bull upside down. The Red Bull's upside down, and it's not over yet. Oh, another impact, and Sainz has plunged into the carnage. So this created only a virtual safety car, bizarrely, and left Sam cruising around somewhat unworried by it, bit over the grass there. So at this point you can see James is second, Harry's third, and Rob is trying desperately to essentially keep ahead of Perez on the road and get enough of a gap to overcome a disadvantage that he had with a penalty. Meanwhile, Ken's been moving up into 12th place and dicing with Vettel and various others. Ken's race became complicated at this point. A huge train of cars dicing amongst each other as they come down the pits. Another car coming out the pits. Ken's in there somewhere. The Williams joint in. There's two cars side by side. Ken's in amongst the whole thing. Somebody is about to get onto the grass and into the wall slightly, and then at the chicane there's a Ferrari across the grass. There's bumping. There's mayhem. So that was the end of Ken's race. Sadly, poor Ken. Just had nowhere to go. Sam, as you'll see in a second, though, he decides to give Rob as much of a helping hand as possible to delay Perez. In the first instance, to delay Perez and let Rob get past, actually, and then Rob had to try and keep ahead of Perez and extend the gap in order to negate the effect of Rob's penalty. So in a minute we shall see exactly how that unfolded, as we cut to a picture of a Renault and edging Perez hard. Rob gets ahead. That's Sam doing his level best, bumping wheels, holding Perez back. Rob then started to pull away. There they are again still. That's the leader and Perez. Perez, of course, is being lapped. Sam's committed so hard to that corner, he got a little sideways. So, Sam did his best, but sadly, unfortunately, Perez did manage to stay ahead after Rob's penalty was applied. Anyway, we all had a lot of fun, I think. I certainly did. Great to have seen you all there. See you all again next time, I hope.